Good morning, good morning, good morning. Thanks, Mac. Thanks for the like. You too. Hello. Anybody? I was gonna say nobody missed it. I was just doing things. Missed out on Voodoo Ninja, but I'm here. Yeah, I was just like looking up stuff, so now I have all my information written down. And people ask me what my Venmo and all that crap is, I can just show them. Address that my buddy lets me send stuff to. PayPal, mshepard26, Venmo, Michael-Shepard-78, Cash App, money sign NemoNosh91. Huzzah! Now people can send me monies and stuff because I need monies and stuff for coffee and other things. Still there, Shed Gang? You're special ed? My bad. S word. Good morning, special ed. If you're still there. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Part of me wants more coffee, but I don't want to make it. I'll probably just end up grabbing a Arizona Energy. Grabbed a whole bunch of those earlier. Yeah, all the way already up to 3 fucking likes. Posted on my YouTube and was like, hey, come over to YouTube and press the like button. See if I can maybe get over 10 freaking likes in one stream. That'd be freaking fancy. Spent the better part of yesterday and this morning playing Fallout 4. That's a cool ass game. It's like if Fallout and like a build game like Sims or something had a baby. I really like the whole dichotomy of building up your neighborhood and making shit run and using electronics and stuff, all of that, and like filtering your water. I really like how much they put more effort into the perk tree as well, so you can do all sorts of things and specialize your person. Like right now I'm working on getting my chick up to endurance level 5, because then you're no longer affected by, you can get a perk that says you're no longer, it's like Aqua Girl or Aquaman depending, and it's like you are no longer affected by radiation while swimming through water, and you can now breathe underwater. And there's like a whole ocean area, so that's like super dope. I'm pretty excited. I built up most of my neighborhood, and I'm going off into town to go find crystal parts. Been quite fun. I enjoy having the power to actually not much, but there's stuff. Don't spoil it for me. No backseat gaming. And unless you're like, hey, if you go over here in this corner of the ocean, there's a freaking really badass fucking rifle or whatever. And be like, cool, I'll go check out that corner of the ocean. Otherwise, meh. I know, it's just like Skyrim, there's not much in the water either. They give you the ability to be a lizard, but you can't fucking go diving much. Yeah, there are Easter eggs and shit, and that's all that matters, just the fun shit. Going exploring and finding crap. Makes me happy. One of the things I love about Bethesda games are all the weird ins and outs and whatnot. Yeah. Yeah, I've seen those. There's like Red Mountain from Skyrim in the distance. Yep, I have to go grab the thing. I'll be right back. It's in the fridge. Totally not sponsored. These guys could totally sponsor me as much as I drink their shit. Amazing amount of caffeine and all that shit in this. One of those where it doesn't even say how much is on the can, huh? Yep, it's one of those where it doesn't even say how much caffeine is in it. It just says it's caffeinated. What's up, Cole? How are you doing this morning? Don't forget to throw that like button. Some mad love in the presses. Get that like rating up to 10. Thank you, thank you, thank you. How goes it this morning there, Cole friend? So you were watching me run around and scrap everything yesterday. So I officially scrapped the whole neighborhood, cleaned it up, put a bunch of beds in all the houses, and now I'm off exploring for parts to make a radio tower. I need crystal, which apparently is you can get inside of the Concord Speakeasy, so I'm off to look for that. But yeah, it was pretty fun. I enjoyed it. I'll be definitely streaming on Twitch again later today. Apparently there's a church I can crawl up into and jump across onto a plane and go find some power armor. So like, I'm really excited about it. That's the 15 ounce. See, this is the 23 fluid ounces, so it probably has more milligrams of caffeine. So at 180, it's probably close to like 220 or some shit, maybe even 250. For $1, it has the same fucking caffeine content and energy junk content as any other energy drink. It's got guarana, ginseng, and all that shit. Panax, ginseng, green tea, eleuthera, guarana, schisandra, and vitamins A, C, and E. The only thing it doesn't have in here is B vitamins, which would make you go even crazier fast. Because B vitamins. $230 milligrams. Yeah, dude. Yeah. You get the power of Google. I can't really jump away and look at stuff on the stream, or it'll cut it off and say that I left. That's all I was doing when I disappeared and lost Voodoo Ranger. I had him there for like a second, but I was like writing my stuff down from all my Google shit, for my PayPal and Venmo. Oh, Voodoo Ranger. Don't leave. Be right back. Trailer park boys that Bubbles lives in. You got a bunch of cats? And a bunk bed and a toilet and all that? Thanks. I had to go post it again on Facebook. My account was glitching out. So, I figured I'd go over there and freaking delete the old post and freaking post it again that I'm on here. It might help. I have some Facebook friends. They won't necessarily come through and hang out and talk or anything, but they'll pop in and throw the stream a like. If I can get up to 10 likes to boost the algorithm, and it's like another, and then it's like 10 likes, 50 likes, 100 likes, 500 likes, and 1,000 likes are like the big ones that like really boost the algorithm. But like, that'd be amazing, but I'm probably pretty far from getting 1,000 likes during a live stream. But anybody who joins in, don't forget, mad love, welcome, and please go over there and show that like button some love. Yeah, like button love. Halfway to 10. You can get 10 and boost that algorithm. Yeah. Morning, Shed Gang. Morning. I thought you were already here. I didn't realize you just got in. I've been talking like at the screen like you were in here. I can't ever tell how many people are in the screen. It'll pop in and out. And I get special ed and Shed Gang confused when I'm just looking at the screen. I was out of the corner of it, and I'll just see S, and it'll be like it'll read one or the other. But yeah, now that you're officially in here, is your shed like out of freaking got like bunk beds and like a toilet and like a shower, like bubbles out of Trailer Park Boys? Ooh, that dab is strong. 90%. Not sure which one it was. Let me look. So this one is. So apparently it was "You're fired." Where'd everybody go? It went from 1 to 4. Look at that. Thank you for the likes. Hell yeah, Shed Gang. Hell yeah. I've already got my freaking bus ticket paid for and ready to go. I leave out Sunday afternoon at like 3:30, I think. And I'll get there Tuesday at like 12:40. 12:20, 12:40. It says 12:20, but I always add 20 minutes when it comes to Greyhound. They're always a little bit late. I mean, like, I really don't want to ride Greyhound, but I'm also not trying to freaking hitchhike through Texas. Sup, Jeffro? Welcome, my friend. Welcome, my friend. Don't forget to go over there and press that beautiful like button. Make 5 become 6 and get me ever so closer to that beautiful 10 likes in a stream thing. It would make my day. I've never had 10 likes in one stream. Don't forget, even people just popping in from Facebook, go over and click link. Just click the like button. That's all I need. You can hang out and show me love, but I need that like button. The like button boosts the algorithm and makes me more relevant as far as the YouTube algorithm is concerned. I'm not one of those cheap bastards that freaking pays for freaking subscribers and likes and all that crap and makes fake accounts to freaking boost the thing. I mean, I could sit here all day long and fucking make a shitload of fake YouTube accounts through Google and put 1 billion subscribers on my account. Really? I hate that people do that shit. I hate that that's a thing. I hate that there's people like fucking Darman who allegedly bought a bunch of freaking likes or subscribers or however it works. Like, there's a whole dunk about it. He's not the only one I've heard about it. Like, multiple people like paid like some crazy amount of money to go from like so many subscribers to so many subscribers. It's like, that's fucking lame, dude. Like, if you like can't get people to like go over and press the like button, like to boost your algorithm and leave a like hello comment, like you got to be famous by doing sketchy shit. You got to get big numbers by fucking buying likes. Like, what even is that? Like, how much do they pay? I've always wondered. Like, when people are like buy subscribers on YouTube or followers on TikTok, like, what are they paying per fake subscriber? Like, this, like, it can't be cheap. That shit's got to add the fuck up, especially when you get like big dudes that are like spending tons of money on that shit. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's crazy. Like, out in fucking Twitch, you see it a lot on Twitch, dude. Like, you hear like there's a lot of like alleged people that go from freaking like 2,000 people or like 200 people to like freaking 500,000 people like in a week. And then from there, because they're so big and the algorithm's convinced that they're so big, they jump up into 2.5, 3, 4, or 5 mil or some shit like that. It's irritating, you know. Like, I don't want to be that guy. Like if I've got to fucking cheat to win, I'll just humbly fail. Like, fuck cheat to win. You know? How you doing this morning, Jeffro? If you're still in here. Shit gang. Special ed. Hope you guys are all doing well. Thanks for popping in and saying hi. So, tomorrow, it's supposed to, like, cool off again in this area, and I think I'm gonna head south towards La Jolla, go chill out on the cliffs for a couple days, and then, come Sunday morning, get up and freaking go make my way towards the train station. Bus station. I gotta get there a little bit early because I have to have them print off my ticket, but I already paid for all that. Have the freaking password to walk up and like get the ticket from them. Just getting there a little bit early in case there's multiple people. I don't want to get stuck behind a group of people and then miss my bus. It's not till like 3-something in the afternoon. There's no reason for me to not be able to get there in time. You hit it 3 times, the like button? How did you hit it 3 times? There's only one special of the ed. Unless you have multiple accounts and you liked it on all of them, in which case, cheers! It's not cheating if your subscribers do it for you. Like when freaking Dave just puts one of Kaz's videos on loop in the background and just lets it run. Freaking, I found out this thing from another YouTuber. Right. But yeah, freaking, there's this YouTuber who did a thing about how the algorithm works is all on watch time. So you can take like a video that's only like a couple minutes long, like my skydiving video. It's only a couple minutes long. And then play it, and then go down here in the corner to this button, the editing button, or up here, I guess. Right now, yeah, if you were playing the settings, it'd be up here. You know, go up into your settings things on the YouTube, and you can go, when you pull up, it'll be like, one of them is frame rate, and you can go down to like 0.25. 0.25, and then press play, and it'll play it super slow, and you can put it on loop like that, and volume down doesn't matter, like YouTube's none the wiser. And for some reason that breaks the algorithm even more, because it doesn't see that you watched 3 minutes of my video. What it sees is that you watched freaking 16 minutes of my 3-minute video each time it loops through. So it gets 16 minutes of view time versus 3 each loop. And he was like, don't even loop it. He was like, he'd had the whole thing about like, slow this video down. And he was like proving it was like doing an experiment. This video game exploiter who like breaks video games, and now he's like fucking around with YouTube and Twitch and all that shit, and breaking their algorithms as well, because fuck it. I support it. Makes me laugh. And God forbid somebody wants to put my skydiving video or video of me somewhere out in Hawaii like on loop at 0.25% speed and let it play in the background somewhere. Plug your phone in and walk away for the day. Go to work. Not saying you should do that. I'm not saying that I wouldn't love you forever if you did, any and all people. Saying 0.25 speed. Put it in the background. You can leave. You don't even have to watch it. You can go to work. You can put it on your dummy phone and like connect it to your Wi-Fi. You can put it on multiple dummy phones and multiple different accounts and connect it to your Wi-Fi. Whoa. Not even multiple different accounts, as long as you're just liking it once. It's all about that watch time. See, there's so many different ways that like people could like exploit this shit out of the algorithm. It's kind of funny. That's one of the things that makes me laugh about YouTube. Is my world is like essentially Fallout, Skyrim. It's a big RPG, role-playing game. Like, So like anything that I can do that like I can find that like breaks the system, glitches it out, is quite enjoyable to me. Exactly, said Shed Gang. Exactly, Shed Gang. I need special ed. Exactly, special ed, exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Of course Vice made a documentary about it. Fucking Vice. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, special ed. Is that another? Oh, it's just an RPG. See, right? I've been doing a deep dive into Bethesda. I love Bethesda. Anything by them. Dragon's Age, freaking Fallout, Skyrim. Like, and to quote the spiffing Brit, there are no glitches. They're features. They are intended features given to us by the great and all powerful our Lord and Savior Todd Howard. Praise be to Todd Howard, King of Fallout 4 and all that whatnot. Todd intended for me to be able to hold a basket and run at a wall and glitch through the door. He intended for that, sir. He intended it completely. Obviously. Yeah, I've got Quake. Um, Crap, I was just looking at them the other day. I can't remember any of them off the top of my head. I was literally just looking at it the other day because they have a shitload. But yeah, I've got Xbox 360 or Xbox controller. See, it's a freaking Bluetooth. Technically, what it's supposed to be able to do is you take this little button and you can extend it and put your phone inside of there and it cinches around it. But because I have a Note, my phone's slightly too big to go inside. So, I mean, it's just a Bluetooth controller, so I just prop my phone up where it is right now, and then I play. Yeah, Quake, exactly. Quake. Not Quake, No Man's Sky is on Xbox, nice. Yeah. Yeah, Dylan, I don't know that much about Bethesda. I haven't even played I played Elder Scrolls Greymore and freaking one back in the day on a cell phone. Yeah. And there's one that was like on the phone back in the day. And like you're in a dungeon and you're fighting like there's this guy you had to like defeat and you had to like go around and find all these trinkets to bribe prisoners to train you in different things. I believe it. No, not Blades. No, 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 no. We're just in a dungeon. And like old phone. Like would have been in like middle school, so like 2004-ish maybe. It was on like the first flip phones. Like the first like functional phones. You'd have to look it up. I don't remember what it's called. Just type in old Skyrim, old Elder Scrolls game on phone. Just type in the thing, like you'll see. Like I can't step off and look, but if you just type it in on your phone, you'll be able to pull it up. It's like on the phone, and like I just said, it's all about a dungeon. I can't remember. It's all about like escaping this dungeon. The whole game is inside of this prison. They're all about escaping this one prison. It's not fancy. It's just corridors. That's one of them. It was on multiple. Dawnstar. There it is. Yeah. That was my first Skyrim Elder Scrolls experience. Was Elder Scrolls Dawnstar. Cheers and whatnot. I never had any sort of actual console as a kid or computer past a generic Apple computer. I had a Game Boy Color and then a Game Boy Advance later that I bought of my own accord. And then when I was like 17, I spent a bunch of money out of my own paycheck to buy a PSP, but I never had a console. I never had an Xbox or PlayStation. Never had a big fancy computer, so I never got to play a lot of the older ones. That like I never got to play Morrowind or Oblivion. That's why I'm so excited about this Xbox controller. It's not only does it work with emulators, but I can use it to get on. I have Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, and then as long as I have Wi-Fi or internet on my phone, that's good service. I can play stuff. Like I've been playing Fallout all morning, Fallout 4, well, all evening. I didn't go to bed till late last night because I was playing Fallout all night. It was pretty great. Made me happy. I'm just jacked up on caffeine there, guy. Hi, Thor. Gentleman you met in Roseburg, chatted with you for a while. Take it easy, man. I love you, but I don't remember. More description? I've been through Roseburg so many times. Recently, how long ago? In the most loving way possible. I've been through there so many times over and I got hit in the head. I have a memory like a freaking goldfish. You're the big blonde kid. Right? The big blonde kid. Yeah. See? Names, not so much. I've met so many people in 10 years. But descriptions, it's like, oh yeah. I know exactly who you are. ¿Qué pasa, mi amigo? Tú tienes los cigarros and compras los boletos. If anybody spoke Spanish on here, I clearly just stuck like 3 sentences together. Pay no mind. That's how I used to greet people when I was a kid. Made me laugh. Well, Thor, welcome through. Don't forget to go over and press that like button before you dip in or out. Exactly, special ed. Exactly. And as far as the algorithm knows, all the algorithm knows is that that video got 9.4 hours of view time. So that's what he was saying. It breaks the algorithm. It's not even like you just put it on put it off to the side at any video, yeah, especially like a long one like that or a short one. Even the short ones work because you can just put them on loop. So even a 3-minute video that becomes 16-minute video just re-kicks over at the end of the thing, can play all night long. And as far as the video is concerned, every time it plays through, that 3-minute video is been watched for 16 minutes. Or a 2.5-hour video becomes 9 hours and 4 minutes. Yeah, it's great. Exactly. All it knows is that you really like that video and you watch the hell out of it. You watch that so many times over because it doesn't get the whole. It's not set up to understand the watching at the speed. It just sees time watched. So it just thinks you watch that video like multiple times in a row. Like, holy shit, this guy loved this video. He watched it on loop multiple times. We gotta put this out to other people. Look at this guy. This freaking video is amazing. Gonna break the AI a little bit to get up there, man. Get my face out there. I'm not gonna buy subscribers, but if they boost the algorithm a little bit to actually get my name out there, I'm down. Like, all I want in the world is to become the next Travel Channel person. Like, let's go travel the world. I'll take you places. You can go see things. As soon as I get all my paperwork together. It's funny, the kid who I'm going to go see right now, I call anybody 100 kid. Excuse me. He lives out in Arkansas, where I'm going to go hang out with. Where he lives out there is where I have my Green Dot card sent to. And that's the address on my Green Dot card. When I went on Ohio to get my freaking birth certificate, that's where I was adopted out of. They said that they can only send it to where you freaking are where your birth certificates. They can only send your birth certificate to the address on your card. So I actually have to get it sent to my buddy. So hopefully I can get all that stuff set up properly. So while I'm over there hanging out at his festy and then going fishing and all that shit later on, maybe even going down to New Orleans for a little while for around Halloween. By the time I head back through and go back towards the West Coast, I might already have my birth certificate in hand. But even then, if not, he'll just expedite it to me, whatever, somewhere. You can get it out here to this apartment that I'm in, or send it to me wherever I am. Which would be great, because then that's one more step, and then boom, I can get my passport taken care of. And then it's just making some cash, and then boom, Europe. Oh my god, Europe, dude. Europe. We like to say here in America, Mama mimi mush my M&Ms. Blah. We like to say here in America that we're all so different, multicultural. If you're in Florida, New York, to Washington, to Texas, Montana, and Cali, different worlds. But they're all still America. It's a whole different thing, I think, when you're overseas in Europe, you land in Germany, and you get on a bus, and instead of going to another state, you're in a different country. Different laws, different rules, different people, different language. I think as Americans in other big countries like Russia and Australia, we take for granted traveling great distances and seeing completely different environments and almost completely different cultures, but it's still our zone. So that's going to be a whole new thing for me, at least. just being out there in the raw, because I don't intend to come back to America. I don't intend to go over to Europe with come back money. When I went to Hawaii, I went there with come back money. Going to freaking visit my buddy for his festy and help out at the festy. I have money set aside for my bus ticket back. Like, I'm just gonna make the money and jump on a plane and go with it. What up, Voodoo? I'm glad you're back. I was literally back like seconds after you left. I just jumped over to Facebook real quick to post about this. Did you throw the stream a leg, Voodoo? I'm trying to reach 10 likes. It's like it. Come on, likes. Right? It's called 8mm. It makes me happy. I like the effect. Don't forget to show the like button, love. Voodoo Ranger. Thank you, thank you, thank you. How goes it this morning, Voodoo? Yeah, dude. I watch one of my favorite like just over the top grind like over the top zombie movie Grindhouse, freaking Planet Terror. Like is set up with this type of style. And I love it. I love Planet Terror. That's one of my favorite movies. Freaking one of the hot ass chicks from Charmed. And you gave her a freaking, gave her a sexy go-go girl outfit, and then gave her a freaking machine gun leg. Like, what the fuck? And then put her on a fucking, put her on a motorcycle, and she like rides around shooting people on a motorcycle with a machine gun leg. Like, it was like the coolest thing ever back when I was in high school. It's like, what the fuck is this? Who made this? Fucking Grindhouse. Machine gun leg. Fucking machine gun leg. Good taste / not impressed by dumb shit. So yeah, one or the other. Something like that. Be right back. Howdy. So yeah, I'm inside of this magical house. So like, I can keep stuff cold. Just been in the fridge. %, juice, pineapple, and coconut puree. That's it. It's all like fancy organic shit. It's like, see, shake well. Yeah. All day long. I mean, you stop here and there for small breaks like anybody would. Like get a couple days in a motel room or crash out on the beach somewhere. But like, I'm always on the road. I've been on the road for 10 years now. Like, where I'm heading out to see my buddy out in out in Hartman, Arkansas for his festival on the 15th to the 18th of September called Flux, Flux. You can look it up on FaceCrack. Uh, there we go. And yeah, Flux. Yep. That goes through Texas. If that didn't go through Texas, like in Arizona, I would totally hitchhike there and back. But because of that, I got myself a bus ticket and set aside money to come back because like I'm not trying to hitchhike through Texas and get caught up. Not only because it can take forever, just like 2 weeks or longer, just because like nobody's going anywhere, so you ride for like 30 and 50 miles at a time. You can only get 3 of those a day. You really only went like 80 miles. Texas is massive. So like I'd rather just go straight across it and back. That and like I'm on a time crunch. I'm trying to get to my buddy's thing. It happens like 3 times a year. Him and his high school / college friends set it up, and they've been doing it for a long time now. And this one also happens to coincide with his 30th birthday. I think it's September 15th to the 18th, and I think his birthday is the 16th. So like he's been trying to get me to come out there for years, and I was like, you know what, fuck it. Flux? No, 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 no. It is a festival. A hippie festival. Hippie festival. Out of Hartman, Arkansas. Not the guy from freaking Slabs who does way too much dope. No. No problem. It's okay. But yeah, no. Clarify. No. Look up Flux, Flux, on Facebook, and it'll pop up. I mean, I'm not the doctor. Scott Bakula. Freaking number 4 from the Umbrella Corporation. You know. No. I played all of them. Including the 5th. I mean, somebody's gonna do this stuff, right? No. I really like Arizona green tea, but like, I mean, I don't roll with anyone because, like, unless we're dating, I don't want to be. I probably don't want to be around you on a long period basis. Like more than like 3-4 days. Like I like my solitude. Like I don't date. Like I've been on the road for 10 years now, give or take a month, and I've been in 2 relationships. Had 3 road dogs that I weren't in a relationship with. Only 2 of that set of road dogs that like I actually hang out with for longer than like a couple days. But I've gone to rainbow gatherings. I know a lot of rainbow kids. I'm friends with a lot of them. But there's no way in hell I can be on a bus with like 6, 7, 20 different people. Especially if it's not my bus where I can't control what people are doing and I just have to accept people and their crazy bullshit. No, sir. Not for this guy. But I love going to rainbow gatherings. I've ran coffee kitchens. I hang tarts for people. I'm called Nug in the Woods. I pass out pot like Nick at Night passes out cigarettes. Uh, a few years back, it was called the Barbarian because I picked up a foam sword and killed 40 LARPers in the span of like half a second. I said that like, so you know, I don't know. Rainbow's cool. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, Joy, sir. Bring Fang Face. How goes your life? Yeah, look, Ninja. There's my dilapidated ass bag that's unpacked. I need to like sew it and shit because it's falling apart. But yeah, look, I even put my shit on the outside of it so people can just see me while I'm walking. I'm just at my buddy's house. He's at his apartment here in Escondido. I was watching the place while I was waiting for a package to show up, and now he's just letting me chill while I wait till Friday when the temperature drops, because it's been like 105 out here. You know, like Friday afternoon-ish, it's supposed to cool off. Nemo Nas. And then on Twitch, it's the Nemo Nas. Where did it go? I had stuff and I was doing things. Come on, Nemo. What'd you do? There we go. Good job, Nemo. So, remember, it is very hard for a Nemo on the road to find purple pants. My favorite type of purple pants are from a place. They're purple and green, and they're from a company called that makes pants by the Monkey Temple, out like from literally the Monkey Temple. And because those are hard to come by, my other go-to is freaking Scrubs. If you live near a a hospital or whatever, and you see one of those stores that has this stuff, like sells excess hospital junk, and you can find purple, small scrubs, purple medium scrubs, but I can cut them down and send them here, or any and all purple things. Any and all freaking just snail mail type junk. This is the apartment I'm in right now. And then look. Stuff. That is a very badly done 2.6. For anybody who is curious. There's my Venmo. There's my Cash App. And then once again, snail mail. It's my buddy's apartment. No matter where I am, if you send this stuff here, it'll get here snail mail. He'll get in contact with me, and if I'm on the West Coast, he'll either get it to me or I'll stop through, or if I'm not there, he'll like expedite it to me. So like, by all means, please send me any and all stuff from like patches to pins to traveling gear to just junk, you know, like send me your stickers, send me your cards, send me your everything. I love interacting with humans and stuff. I spend a lot of my time on the road, secluded and just doing the thing. So it's really nice to interact with the outside world. So yeah. Okay, that was a lot. Ugh. I don't like doing all that shameless fucking rardy blargy blargy. But the people say I'm supposed to do it, so I did it. Yeah. huzzah, look at me, like, doing the, like, thing. And yeah, subscribe and share. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Like and share this thing. Because, like, I'm gonna go big, I'm gonna go global, go over the world. Become the next David Attenborough / Samantha Brown / Jeff Corwin. With their powers combined, I am Nemo Knox. Go ahead and throw the fucking Crap Brothers from Zaboomafoo in there too, because fuck, I love those guys. All my big inspirations as a kid for wanting to travel, seeing those guys, like, none of those guys were ever like big famous people, but they got endorsed and they got paid, like eventually, like initially, a lot of it funded, like, we're sending you here, like, get in the plane. It's like, cool. They never had to worry about not being able to afford anywhere they were going. That the producers or whatever of the show was telling them where to go, and they just get to go along for the ride and be the camera. Strap a freaking shoulder mount on either side, like a freaking GoPro, one facing forward, one facing backwards. You can trim and show this shit. I don't give a fuck. Turn it off when I go to sleep, or just like put it up in the tree out of the way. And watch me fucking all the creatures that walk around me at night. I don't give a fuck. You know? Like, that's been my dream since I was a small child. I think that shit's dope as fuck. Seeing the world and, like, showing it to people, like, breaking that common misconception of the fact that, like, you need millions of dollars to be able to go around and travel. People that have tons and tons of money, they still, like, go from, like, blah 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 city in America, blah 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 city in Europe, get a motel room, go to, like, 3 things, like, museum, some sort of, like, old structure, castle, whatever, and then they get some food, and then they spend the rest of the time, like, in the, like, resort, which is just like might as well be like any other place in America. It's like, and I'm like, and then they have to go back because it's too expensive. They're like, I can only afford to travel so often. It's like, you're not traveling. You're just going to a different country to go to a spa. Go travel. Go get an Airbnb. Go freaking... Go hiking down some road that the locals say is cursed. There's no signs that says you can't. Do it. Walk down that cursed road. And if anything shows up, tell them Nemo Nas sent you. It'll be okay. I'm going to say that, though. Say Nemo sent me. I'm like, hey, that might help. It might. I can walk down there anywhere. Still waiting for that haunted lane or mansion or abandoned coal mining town that some weird shit goes down. Yeah, voodoo, but the juice can't turn bad because I've got a refrigerator. One of the cool things about sitting here in this apartment. The refrigerator's going to be on no matter what. So I might as well keep stuff cold inside of it. I got fans on, so I don't even have the air conditioning on because I don't want to, like, give me my dude's power bill. I just got to put a little, like, these guys. Those fans. It's just circulating air enough. It's great. It's way better than being outside. I've been outside during slabs and in the Imperial Valley and up in Joshua Tree in like the middle of freaking summer, where it was like 115 degrees outside all day long minimum for like over a month. And like even at night, it would only get down to like 104. You're like sweating, half dying in your freaking wherever you were, house, whatever. Air conditioning can only do so much, unless you're freaking like spinning. Fans and shit can only do so much. You have to spin. You have to have an air conditioning on, everything closed up, fancy ass fucking like curtains and shit to block out the summer, the sunlight and heat and all that shit. How did I stay cool? Yeah. I just actually, when I was stuck there over the summer, I was actually right over by where the Rabbit Side is on YouTube. I don't know if you've ever seen Rabbit Side, and they're right by the canal. And some kid, like actual kid, one of the kids that lived there with his mom, freaking cut a big ass hole, or the one of the kids cut a big ass hole in the fence, like literally like 15 yards from behind my trailer, because my trailer was only about, like 15, 20 yards to the canal. And they literally cut it directly behind my trailer. Because they were like freaked out about like some bullshit that was going on with their parents. So I've known those kids for years. And so he was like, can I sleep on, it was the kid. He was like, can I sleep on your hill? I was like, yeah, dude, I don't care. I went over and like did his own thing with his blankets and all that shit. And I woke up in the morning, there's a giant hole in the fence that I guess he cut with fucking like bolt cutters all the way around, a big perfect square. So I just open up the door and be like, MJ, go, and she'd run out the front door and go right out of the trailer and go right out into the canal, and I'd walk over there, 90% of the time fully clothed, just because I wouldn't have anything in my pockets, and then run back over to the show for a while, and then jog / quick walk back over to the freaking trailer and close up the door and start up my fans and shit, or to keep them going, and use evaporative cooling and with the fan and whatnot, get her there in the corner, had a bunch aimed at her. That was the hardest part, was keeping her cool, because she was such a fluffy dog. And it was so hot. But compared to that, though, nothing's that fucking hot. Just like when I was spending most of a winter in a freaking Boulder, Colorado, outside in a 40-degree sleeping bag and a baby sack. At negative 40. And it was like 2 years old, so it's probably closer to like a 70-degree / 80-degree like summer bag now. Completely worn out and half dead. And me and MJ, when she was like 4 months old, it was the dead of the winter out there. Negative, I think it was like negative 37. It was like 14 days where it didn't get above negative 17. But once again, because of that, I come across cold. But compared to like genuinely worrying you're gonna freeze to death multiple nights, like negative 15 sucks, but meh. Negative 37, negative 45, and right up against a mountain. So like the wind coming through Boulder right up there against the canyon edge by the library is a whole other level of freaking wind and cold and icy. And yeah, I was there for the Boulder flood. Where the freaking Ned Dam almost busted. We were all outside. Freaking news came on. Like the city officials came on and like said that we would not be messed with if we all went. Like said to come on, all occupiers, all nomads of all sorts, all homeless, to go to the freaking parking structures. Go from the third story up. They were like 4 and 5 story tall ones, because it was the only safe place, because they were worried the whole town was going to get washed away. That shit was nuts. Me, MJ, and my pack. So like, as long as the world, like the town or city I'm in is not about to get washed away, it can't be that bad. Six up? What about 6 up cold winters? Oh yeah, cops, yeah. But yeah, and then we went up there, dude, and like we didn't see a soul. It was like one big party with a bunch of nomads and occupiers. Freaking, not a soul. People were walking around they were using all the outlets and stuff, plug stuff in, were playing video games and shit. They were bongs out, alcohol, smoking weed, hanging out, like setting up tents and camps, and we were up there for like a week and a half. And like we didn't see a single cop once. They didn't even come up. They didn't even go anywhere. They didn't. It was great. One of my favorite memories is the like week and a half they were worried the Boulder was gonna fucking wash away because they wanted to play with the rain machine. Oh, Colorado! I'm gonna turn on the Heart Tower. Oh yeah, it was pretty great. You were back in Boulder. It was in 2012. Hell yeah, you were there during the flood. When Longmont's freaking sewer system like busted and like it became like three islands of freaking septic and ugh, that shit was nuts. Yeah, they turned on, well, like, what they did was they turned on the freaking things to, like, supposedly the whole idea was to, like, put out opposite charges into the clouds, into the, like, water molecules in the air, give them negative and positives. So they slam together and make a cloud. And, like, the big thing that was going through freaking Occupy and all that shit at the time was the fact that, like, the president had signed away like a whole bunch of money to Colorado for flood relief, like, before it happened, like just in case flood relief. And then they turned on the fucking. It's like, why did it happen before? Why did they get money before the flood happened? Oh, because you guys went up there. They closed down the whole canyon. You couldn't freaking go up there. Like all day long, we saw freaking military freaking helicopters and shit. The big ones with multiple blades flying up the canyon all day long. They closed down the whole road up there. Shit was nuts. Yeah, it's suspicious. Why the fuck? What do you mean? That's what everybody was freaking out about. I was like, what do you mean? What do you mean? Like, because, like, we knew there was flood relief. They were talking about it, like, anybody who did this, you got money for it. Like, if you had this problem, you could get this. Like, if you had certain damages to your property. But then people started looking into where it was coming from, and it was like, yeah, it was like a month before, like, they turned on the Heart Towers. Whoever it was, like, Obama, I guess, or whoever it was at the time. Would have still been Obama, yeah. Freaking Obama was, like, gave Colorado some, like, $200 million in flood relief. And then, yeah, they turned on the Heart Towers, and sure as fuck needed that shit. That shit made me laugh my ass off, dude. Can't make this shit up, man. To quote Wookie Foot, you can't write this shit. I know. I've tried it. Ugh. The world is an illusion. Your whole reality is perception. 2% of reality is physical matter and the stuff around you. 98% is perception. Man can't yell at a storm and make it stop out of a raw boast of irritation, emotion. because that man, that woman, man, humankind, is a demigod, a god, a wizard, a whatever, witch, whatever. They're just in that moment looking past what they've been taught about the physical reality. And in that moment, all they are living in is that 98% of perception. And that storm is no longer anything but your imagination. So you tell it to stop. And it stops. Yeah. Tell it time to stop. And it slows down. It only stopped it once. It's completely accidental. That's a good thing to tell people. That's a fun one. So I was walking through downtown Denver. It was during Occupy. And Occupy itself was at... Pause. I have to pee. Oh, look, everybody's gone. Oh, well. Said I was coming right back. No time to talking. Time stopping trucking. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Okay, well, there's one person here. Hi, Cole. So like I was saying, Denver is like, there's the Capitol building, and there's a big little like 2-block thing that's like technically 1 block of like grass. Okay, it shows 0 on my screen. My phone's all glitchy and doesn't know who's here or not. Anyways, there's like on the like it's split like to 2 big grass spots, and like it's like on the one side is drug dealers and all the crazy home bums, and the other side was like all the occupiers doing all the Occupy hippie nomad shit, and all the people that were like interacting with them. And there was like this one big ass tree. It's like this one big guy with selling joints for okay joints. There's like half sugar leaf, half like ground up nugs, and 3 for $5, and like big ones. And so I bought that from him. Smoked one with him. Walked behind the freaking tree, watched some kids play Magic, smoked one with them. Walked around the corner to this freaking one drug dealer dude over around the corner who like he saw me picking up trash and he threw a nugget at me. So anytime I freaking saw him, I'd smoke him out. And so I walked up and I like held up the joint. We sat down and smoked that. And this is all in the span of like 15, 20 minutes. And then I walk across the street to where the bus station is and go down onto the 16th Street Mall. Make it across the first block. Go to step into the crosswalk, and when my foot hits the crosswalk, everything froze. At first, I didn't notice that the world had stopped and that time had stopped. I'd paused time. And all I recognized at first that it was just weirdly quiet. But I'm looking at the ground like I was walking barefoot through a city. I'm always staring at the ground. I have been carrying my flip-flops with me. If anything looks sketchy, I'll put my shoes on, And I go step up, getting across the crosswalk onto the next block. And when I looked up from the ground up onto the next thing, I saw above my vision, line of vision, for a flash of a second, and saw somebody standing in front of me. And I was just like, what the fuck? It was like, what the fuck? Dude, get out of the way. What the fuck? What are you doing? Why are you in the way? I was just cause you didn't move. And then I was like, wait, no, what the fuck? What the fuck? And I kept walking and looking at stuff, and I'm like, yep. And then noticing multiple people in doorways and in buildings and restaurants not moving. Then I look at the little buses, the shuttle buses that go up and down the free mall ride, and there's exhaust coming out of the little pipe. There's steam, it's kind of cooler, but it's not moving. It's just stuck exactly how it was out of the pipe. Freaking birds frozen in space, and I'm walking and I'm looking. I'm 5 blocks in, and I start to okay, god damn it, Nemo, this is kind of intense. I mean, it's cool. Do some clock stopper shit. Is what I initially thought. It's cool. Just looking around. Wow, this is some clock stopper shit. Look at it, it's all frozen. This is insane. But then around block 5 or 6, I'm just I'm not exactly sure how I pulled this off. I just kind of felt a wave of energy roll through my brain, and then everything kind of stopped. And I'm sitting there thinking about that, and I was like, fuck, what if I just broke it? And I'm just stuck in this permanent frozen reality, because everything was frozen but me. And it initially came ribbons of energy from here, and then one to the top went this way, and then right when I got that holy shit, holy fuck moment, was I started freaking out, this might not be okay, might be stuck this way. I felt the same ribbons of energy go the other way, and everything kicked back on. To my right, because I'm walking down the right side of the street, freaking this chick and her 2 kids come out of one of the mall stores, and it's these 2 glass doors, and everything kicks back on, and she's one on either side. The doors open as everything kicks back on. She screams in terror, grabs her children, and pulls them back in the store, and runs off somewhere into the store, freaked out, terrified. Which, after later meditation on Stoner Hill, I very much was yeah, that's because I blipped into her reality by all intents and purposes. I was all the way 5 blocks, something blocks that way, and then all of a sudden I was there. And just spent, couldn't only imagine how that looked to her. It's poof, blonde person. So yeah, that was the time I stopped time. I've managed to full on stop time again, but I appear, I'm working on it, and I appear to people in my practice, one of the ways I practice, to have really, really good reflexes. But anybody who knows me and knows my trick, if you watch me catch something, especially if I catch it off hand, don't watch my hand, watch the object. That's how you'll catch me doing the fucking slight matter manipulation, time magic, because the object will freeze in time. And it's like it looks like I moved my hand really fast to get it under there and catch the coffee cup, but if you watch, that's because you were watching my hand. If you watch the coffee cup is falling and then it pauses and then I put my hand underneath it and it unpauses. Haven't figured out how to fucking turn it all the way back on yet, but that's because I think like the universe works in equivalent exchange, and I'm still not a big enough adult yet to be able to tap into the big stuff because I would like abuse the ability to like just pause time. I'd be a horrible person. The government would hate me. I would fuck with them all day long. And there wouldn't be anything they could do about it because they'd have no way of proving it. They'd have to, for one, admit that they believe in magic / the ability for one person with just a sheer force of thought to stop time and then go into their banks and like put all the money inside of like with a big free sign instead of like Kroger somewhere and make like donuts and fill all their fucking guards' pockets with freaking bananas instead of freaking guns. Because if like it all works like how it was with the lady, it would all be simultaneous for them. So they wouldn't be able to like even know what would happen. It would just happen and then I would be somewhere else, everything would click back on, and then all the money would be there and they would be sitting there with bananas in their pockets. They probably wouldn't even know initially. That's what I would want to know. How long it would take the first guard to realize there was a banana in the holster instead of a pistol. Like all the cops, the first cop realized in the city that they have a banana in the pistol holder instead of a Glock. A cop issue Beretta. See? I'm not trying to save the world yet. I'm not Scott Bakula. Scott Bakula's trying to save the world. Like, I would if it came to like fighting Vegeta. I'm down. Yeah, that was a weird one. Truly a weird one there, Voodoo. Truly a weird one. Freaking, Said I'd talk more about this stuff on the channel. Talked to some of my my peers, and they said that I might as well. So yeah. So I've had a couple people have weird theories about that occurrence specifically, from anywhere between like I just innately did stuff, which happens all the time, which is my theory. But then I've had other people that are convinced that something else happened around me and I shielded myself. Yeah. And that energy ribbons was like a wizard web protecting me, which could have also been a thing, because like that could explain why I can only stop like time around things and like somewhat slow down the world around me. Can't completely stop it yet, because like I understand the ability of free thought, but I might not have been the one who stopped it. That may have been my super wizard's web that kicked on and stopped me from being frozen by whoever else. Like this one guy's convinced, like call it a Nephilim, call it a demon, call it a fucking blah blah blah, whatever culture you're from. Something froze time to make a deal with a mortal, and you protected yourself just innately, and so you were able to keep walking like nothing happened. Which is almost just as viable, but I don't believe in all that stuff, so it's more likely that I did it accidentally, which is way likely, because I do accidentally do stuff all the time. It's all about, like, I think that's the big thing that, like, a lot of people, like, get confused when it comes to, like, this stuff and tricks, is, like, it's not about, like, some fancy candle or some fucking prehistoric words or some shit. They're like, well, the people that did that stuff were spoken this language. Yeah, but people on the other side of the world were also doing the same thing, and they spoke in a different language. Semantics. Language is just words for the same thing. over and over again. Semantics. Arguing semantics is stupid. It's all about intention and thought. And that's when it becomes important. That's the whole Christian bullshit with the fucking faith of a mustard seed. It's not fucking trying to say anything about fucking a mustard seed. It's not trying to say anything about fucking anybody's fucking saying like, but I do believe in blah blah blah. No, that's not what it's talking about. What it's saying, faith, the difference between faith and belief. Like, belief is you believe in aliens. You have no understanding of them. You've never seen them. You have no proof whatsoever. But something in your heart of hearts believes they're out there somewhere. Faith is right up there with the Gnostics and aka Gnosis. Knowing that there are aliens. Knowing that there is higher stuff and tricks. And then it's just trying. It's like a muscle, you know? I think that's other big half of it. It's like people are like, I've never done anything. Are you looking at your life like it is, though? To quote, like, I love to use Harry Potter. Harry Potter, the books are really good references. Like, as far as, like, I like to use them for, like, referencing how, like, people see reality and how they don't even notice certain things. Like, in the first book, the very first chapter of the Harry Potter series, they're talking about how Voldemort's killed, blah, 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 blah. Uncle Vernon goes going downtown, and there's so much traffic. People, weird nutters, and long robes with pointy hats standing on the street corners. He just chalks them up to weird festival goers and crazy people in downtown London. And then he goes to his work, where he works at just a general-ass firm that makes drills. And he starts seeing thousands of owls shoot through the city. But his brain, who's not seeking anything spectacular, just chalks it up as some weird weather pattern or some weird owls, like just crazy owls doing weird owl shit. And he just shuts the blinds. His brain, because he doesn't think about stuff, doesn't see the stuff as stuff. He just sees it as weird occurrence. His mind messing with him. How many times over do you have to have the proverbial you? How many times over do you have to freaking have a dream about a specific occurrence that then happens later? How many times over does that need to happen before you stop chucking it up as, that's just my brain playing tricks on me, to maybe I'm seeing premonitions. Maybe I should start writing down a dream journal, for lack of terms, and look at this shit. How many times over when you're irritated or in somewhat happy, stoned, blissful, not thinking state, the wind starts moving because of your emotions and the way your arms or body posture is and thoughts patterns are? How many times over does that happen before you decide, hey, maybe I'm somewhat attached to that? How many times over do you freaking blow up a register, mess up a light pole, like drain the electricity to light poles when you pass them? Freaking break phones and stuff. Need a grounder for some reason. Even though nobody else in Walmart needs a grounder to work at the registers, but for some reason you need a grounder. So you can work the register. Because just like in Harry Potter, that electronic shit don't work very well around the stuff, around the altering of the stuff and the doing the tricks. Freaking, they couldn't figure out how Rita Skeeter, the reporter chick, was getting all the information. Turns out she could turn into a ladybug, and they were talking to her in their hand. And I don't remember who it was that saw it, either Harry or Ron. I'm pretty sure it was Harry. Saw him cuffed in his hand and knew that he was talking to Rita. I was like, maybe it's a freaking walkie-talkie. And he was like, no. And she's like, no, there's nothing like electronics don't work around magic. Just that simple thing like that, just stuff like that, like things that I don't think people disregard as like, it just happens. It's like, but does it though? Go look online how many times that just happens. It's not a big thing. Like, there's like pushing 8 million people on the, I mean, 8 billion people on this planet. And maybe 200 million? Maybe 500,000? 5 million at the max, sadly. That have any, like, just latent junk around them. But most of those people are just going to write it off as, yeah, like, I just have weird junk. Or they just write it off. They don't think about it. They just write it off as their mind messing with them. Like, it is what it is. But, like, I think that's one of the big things about all this stuff. And, like, our whole perception of reality is, like, nobody seems to really understand the, like, like, proverbial, nobody, like, the general society. Nobody seems to understand, like, the whole, like, it really is just your perception. Like, what do you want to do with your life? Blah, 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 blah. Well, then do it. Well, I can't because blah, blah, blah. Well, I can't. Cole always says, can't, never could. Like, you can't freaking limit yourself. The biggest issue with society is the fear. We've created the need to be in our little boxes to feel safe. I'm not in here because I need to feel safe. I'm in here because it's cool. It's freaking a heat wave right now. But as soon as the heat wave's over, I'm gone. Like, I've broken out of my shell, but like a lot of travelers have. Like whether you're in a van or you're on foot, you're in a freaking RV, what have you. You're some freaking rich dude, wealthy person who fucking spends their life traveling between airport to airport all over the world. Out of mommy and daddy's money. Still, cheers. They're on the road. Cheers to him or her. Fucking whatever. You know, like, that human's dope. Like, it's the whole, like, getting out of there, you know? Like, so hard for people to do. Yeah, you know, that's the first rule, man. That's gonna be a big thing about, like, spread my channel. Like, share this video on your Facebooks and Twitters and shit, and anywhere you can share it. Freaking, that's gonna be one of my, like, subpar, like half of it's gonna be like, it's gonna be like half of it's gonna be about traveling, half of it's gonna be about the stuff, you know. Like, giving people a different view on things, you know? Everybody's got all this weird fucking bullshit that, like, you need, like, 5,000 scented candles and all this crap to, like, freaking make a negative person leave an area. Or you can just hold your arms out and, like, imagine, like, golden, purple, happy light radiating from you and just, like a wall of light, just, like, bigger and further. Not like a ray, like, it keeps going. Like, yeah, like a ray. Just right through them and all their negativity, right past them, all the way out to the other mountain. Put the whole valley filled full of that radiating light. And then, you know what? You don't have to think about, hey, you leave. It's no longer a battle of will. You have made the environment inhospitable to their negativity. The environment is so overwhelmingly amazing that they, even if they're so stubborn that they can't be changed, can no longer stay in that environment. Because they would have to either be changed, so either they're changed or they leave. Done it a couple times. Like I think when I was talking about how I like purged out that freaking parking lot in up there at the Dales. And we walked out and I was just dude was raging and I just like did that exact thing. Just boom. Just like I said, like, and then this couple came out with this giant ass chunk of carnelian. I was like, wow, you just purged him and his negative energy and everything from this parking lot, from this area, this whole valley. Carnelian purges bad energy from and negativity from other stones. Wow, you need this. I didn't know why I was carrying this big thing. I live like 15 miles up the road and felt like I needed to grab this to go to the gas station today. Here. Like, cool validation, you know? Ended up giving the fucking carnelian to somebody, I don't even remember who. Somebody who needed it more than me. Somebody who, like, I think somebody who, like, carried a bunch of stones, but was always, like, didn't really get the concept of, like, purging them. Maybe didn't necessarily believe that. But, like the carnelian, so I told her she could have it because it would just blatantly do it, whether or not she was realizing it or not. Kind of like a just latent, like, super magnet for like negativity. Just kind of sucks it up and poofs. It's gone. This stuff's pretty dang. It's like coconut pineapple, so it tastes kind of like a freaking, but it's actually coconut pineapple. But because of it, it just tastes like I'm drinking a freaking non-alcoholic. You know the thing I'm trying to say. The fucking coconut pineapple alcoholic drink. What the fuck is that called? Well, you guys, actually, I'm at 145, about 146. I can stick around for another 14 minutes to do 2 hours. You guys got any cool plans today? Doing anything fun? I need to do some sewing on my pack. Fix that up before I head out tomorrow. Yeah, but that's not what I'm talking about. It's like a specific drink. That's just pineapple. It's pineapple and coconut. Like a margarita is like something and something. It's cold. It's icy. And 90% of the time, it's not alcoholic. You can get them everywhere. What is that stupid thing called? This is the weird thing about only having one phone, not having any like other thing to look stuff up. I'm just sitting here blind thinking it's like a. Heck yeah, dude. Cheers and whatnot, Voodoo. It's all about spreading the message, all about spreading the knowledge and understanding, man. Letting people know the potential is out there, and then they too. There you go. Thank you, Cole. They too can do the thing. Motherfucking pina colada. Give me 2 pina coladas, one for each hand. That one guy. TM to whoever that is. Shout out to that guy. With his face and whatnot. Fucking pina colada. There we go. Couldn't think of the damn word. Oh no, I would know. And no shrooms, Voodoo. 100%. Like I said, I was just on some like okay pot. That was 100% natural. Shrooms had nothing to do with it. Hallucinogenics had nothing to do with it. It was 100% real. Anything I tell you about what I call this stuff, I don't believe in magic or spells, incantations. It's all just stuff. Everything is literally, we're surrounded by atoms. We're not in a vacuum. And it's all tricks. It's just manipulating the stuff around you. Anybody can do it. It's just giving like people like the permission to be aware that they can, so they can try it out themselves. And then it's just a muscle. It's hard to freaking set aside all doubt and just do something. Even if something as simple as they talk about it in Men Who Stare at Goats, even if it's something as simple as cloud bursting. And like, please, any of you, the proverbial you, if you want to start learning about this stuff that I talk about and practicing, practice cloud bursting. And to quote The Illusion, the book I just read, one of the most important things about something like that is the guy in the book like pictured like hitting, like it being hit with bombs and the cloud exploding. He pictured the sun getting really hot and it being like vaporized away, the wind blowing it away, a big rock like meteor coming through and knocking the chunk of the cloud right out of the sky. Like he's like, nothing he did could make it happen. And the other guy made like this big, crazy, gigantor, gnarly thunderhead disappear. And when the guy asked, how'd you do that? He looked at him and said, and he explained, he's like, I tried everything I could think of to try to get it to go away. And he listed off all that junk. He's like, I even like, imagine I was Superman and shot lasers at it. Couldn't get that cloud to go away. And it was a little poofy one. And the guy just looked at him and said, it's not about destroying the cloud. It's not about removing the cloud, even. It's about the fact that the world is an illusion. It's all illusions. It's 98% perception. So you just think about the cloud not being there. Not even that. You just you imagine the cloud not being there, and then it's gone. Like in the book. It was a really good passage. Illusions, the adventures of a reluctant messiah. Let's see here. Where'd it go? Okay, read you a quick excerpt. 116 to 119. They're pretty small pages. Shout out to Illusions, The Adventures of Reluctant Messiah by Richard Bach, author of Jonathan Livingston Seagull and The Bridge Across Forever. As it says, the glorious bestseller by. Okay. Okay, blah, 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 blah. It's talking about. He's a pilot that does like small planes back and forth. Talking about that. Okay. It's like, I need more. There's like, I don't know yet. I was a student, fiercely frowned. Okay. Frowning at cumulus targets. I needed more teaching for once than practice. Okay. And he's all like, okay, I can't do it. I kicked him softly on, and he's like, I can't do it. I was like, staring at the thing. He's like, he told him, practice trying to get rid of the clouds. And he's like, can't do it. He's like, yes, you can, he said, and closed his eyes again. Don, I've tried. Just when I think something's happening, the cloud strikes back and goes poofing up bigger than ever. He sighed and sat up. He's talking a tiny little cumulus, little puffy thing. And he's like, he sighed and sat up. Pick me a cloud. An easy one, please. I chose the biggest, meanest cloud in the sky. 3,000 feet tall, bursting up white smoke from hell. The one over the siler yonder, I said. The one that's going black now. He looked at me in silence. Why is it you hate me? It's because I like you, Don, that I ask these things of you. I smiled. You need challenge. If you'd rather I pick something smaller, ... He sighed again and turned back to the sky. I'll try. Now which one? I looked in the cloud. The monster, with its 1,000,000 tons of rain, was gone. Just an ungainly blue sky hole where it had been. Yike, I said quietly. A job worth doing, he quoted. Not much as I would like to accept the praise which you heap upon me, I must in all honesty tell you this. ... It's easy. He pointed to the little puff of the cloud overhead. There, your turn. Ready, go. Blah, blah. I looked at the wisp of the thing and looked back at me. I thought it gone, thought of an empty place where it was, poured visions of heat rays up at it, asked it to reappear somewhere else. Slowly, in 1 minute and 5 and 7, the cloud at last was gone. Other clouds got bigger, mine went away. You are not very fast, are you? He said. That was my first time. I'm just beginning. Up against the impossible, ... Well, the improbable. And all you can think to say is I'm not very fast? That was brilliant and you know it. Amazing. You were so attached to it and still it disappeared for you. Attached? I was whacking that cloud with everything. I had fireballs, laser beams, vacuum cleaner, a block high. Negative attachments, Richard. If you really want to remove a cloud... Negative attachments, Richard. If you really want to remove a cloud from your life, you do not make a big production of it. You just relax and remove it from your thinking. That's all there is to it. To quote their little excerpts that they put everywhere. A cloud does not know why it moves in just such a direction and at a speed, was what the handbook had to say. It feels an impulsion, ... This is the place to go now. But the sky knows the reasons and the patterns behind all clouds, and you will know them too when you lift yourself up high enough to see beyond horizons. You are never given a wish without also being given the power to make it true. You may have to work for it, however. Gotta exercise that muscle. See, that's the whole point. It's not about doing all this fancy shit. It's not about, like, putting all this crazy effort into it. He just made it go away. He has such faith in his understanding and thought of his reality around him and how he influences it, because all his perception, his reality actively changes to his perception of reality. So he didn't make the cloud disappear. He just lived in a reality where it didn't exist. So it was gone. There was no making it disappear. That's why he's like, wow, you're really slow, aren't you? Because like the other guy had to make it dissipate. Dude just made it poof. Like he went in there with like a cookie cutter on like a freaking like some sort of freaking editing app on like a picture and just took the thing out. Poof. I think that's the thing with like all of it. It's getting the right vibe, figuring out the right muscle to use it for, and how to think about it, and then just doing it. Once again, like, subscribe, and share. Tell people about the Nemo Nos. I'm not just a crazy nomad. I'm an incognito, something. Out to questing for knowledge of the stuff and spreading knowledge unto the other human shapes for them to quest after stuff and letting them know the stuff is real. You just gotta stop overcomplicating it. It's not that big of a deal. It's not that hard. Just do the thing. It's why the biggest and easiest way to manifest something is not to be like, I need this sandwich because I'm hungry, using sandwich. Because I'm hungry. I want sandwich. I need sandwich. And you'd be sitting there thinking about trying to like will the sandwich to show up when somebody just walk up and give you a sandwich. But that's a lot harder. And it doesn't necessarily work like that. It can, but it's slow. Like you said, it's really slow. Why'd you do it like that? The easy way to do it is to bypass the whole receiving the sandwich, bypass the whole someone walking up and trying to visualize all that stuff. Just be in a spot where you can't get a sandwich and then have mental vision of you in like 30 seconds opening up a sandwich and eating it. And then the universe, somehow, some way, be it some random ass person, even if you're in the middle of nowhere in the desert in Utah, is going to pull over and hand you a goddamn sandwich. God blessed sandwich. Blessed. I'm not religious, but blessed, because you shouldn't use the damn word. Yeah. And that's the thing. So yeah, thoughts and all that whatnot. Things to wrap your brain around and put clarity and visions towards. You guys all have a beautiful, beautiful thing. And remember, please like, share, and subscribe on anything and everything. Like, please subscribe. Like this video. Share this video on like your Facebook, your YouTube, your Twitter, your whatever you can share it to. Send it to your friends through your Facebook and whatnot, feeds and all that shit. Send it to your grandma. Tell her to get on here and watch it and like it. Stream it overnight at 0.25%. Once it loads up, and 0.25%, it'll be freaking boom. But yeah, I'm gonna sign off and hang out. Mad love. And if you once again, to do the like proper thing, like, share, subscribe. Mad love, all you mad dogs out there in the worlds of the YouTube and the internet lands. And there's my stuff. This is my buddy's spot. He said that if anybody wants to send me anything for anything at all, like if they send it like that, it'll show up. And there is my info. And that abomination, because I couldn't get it in there right, it's all messed up. I'm trying to make it look nice. I keep on using the same shitty piece of paper. Eventually do it nice for y'all. Is 26. So NSHEPARD 26. Venmo MICHAEL -SHEP -78. Cash App. Money sign NEMO NOS 91. Please send the helps and blessings and whatnot if you can. If you send money on the ether webs through the money apps, don't forget the cool thing about those is you can leave a note. Most of them say you have to, and so just write down there what you want it for. Whether you want me to buy weed and smoke about it on the thing, whether you want me to go buy food and eat it, whether you want me to go get like freaking, it's like it's towards your freaking plane ticket, it's towards your freaking birth certificate, because my birth certificate I have to do through to get it sent properly and get the thing, because I don't have an address. I have to get it sent to where my credit card is from, my debit card is from, which is at my buddy's place. So I have to get that sent through PayPal, and then through PayPal I have to send it to my Green Dot card. But currently, because they take money every month, I'm like $7 short. So when I need 33 is actually going to be closer to like freaking 42. So anybody who wants to throw a couple change at my freaking PayPal or anything else, I would greatly appreciate it, because I'll revert it around to my PayPal for that. I'm trying to get my birth certificate going so I can get my passport going so I can get overseas and take this thing over there. Mad love. Thank you so much for coming through. You people rock. Thank you so much. Like, it's really like motivating for people to come through and like talk to an emo. It's an interesting life. It's weird. It's new. Not bad weird, just new. So yeah, work with me. I'm trying to do the thing. And a little bit longer than it should have because of that crazy person who stole my birth certificate, but maybe, as I assume usually, I'm missing out some crazy crap that would have gone down while I was there. So like, I'll get over there. I'll get to Europe. I'll go see the world. I'm only 31. Later.